Oh look, another work story, but don't worry, I'm not complaining about shitty customers or anyone that I work with today. Something kind of funny happened, or maybe a little awkward moment for me anyways. I don't know, I feel like I'm a really awkward person, so I try to limit like my routine that I usually say. So say a customer comes up and I say like, you know, hey, how you doing? And I try to keep it simple. I don't ask them about, you know, their entire day, what their maiden name is, how their dog doing, and like if they have any kids or like weird shit like that. Like other people I work with do that. I was like, dude, who cares? Slice them their meat and just get the hell out of here. So yeah, I usually say, hi there, how are you? Maybe I don't even say hi, how are you or whatever. But every time I give them a meat, I say anything else and then okay, have a good day. But I fucked it up today. I was like, I do almost once every day, and I was talking to one of my friends at work too, and like she fucks it up every time too. I was like, have a good day, and then I'm just like, and then I quickly turn around to like recover because I really hope that the person didn't hear me. But today they did hear me because I was like, okay, have a good day, and they're like, have what? And I was like, have a good. And I just started laughing. And then they're like, you too. And I was just like, oh Jesus Christ. Can't get anything right. Anyways, and then there's I'll tell you the next section of the story. So there's another lady who works, or another girl at my age who works in the other department next to me. So she was like filling all the salads or whatever. And she walked by me, she's like, my tag is awesome. And I was like, what? What do you mean? But she said it in like a funny way, so I had to go check the tag out. And usually they have like a printed black and then, you know, typed out letters, but I guess she lost it or something, so she wrote on like a lined piece of paper, and then she wrote it in pen as like Cobb salad or whatever kind of salad, and I was like, yeah, it looks great. And I'm like, well, at least you didn't write it in pencil like a guy a couple weeks ago. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, a guy a couple weeks ago wrote in like shitty, you know, people who have those really like bad penmanship or handwriting, and it just looks like, you know, they're writing it with their fist, or, you know, writing like this. They're like, or, you know, you know, people like really pinch their fingers together so they kind of scribble. I don't understand, like, anyway, so this guy in the other department, he wrote it in pencil, and like, what do you find a pen? I'm in first year university. I haven't seen a pencil in like 3 years. I use pens. Where do you find a pencil? What are you in kindergarten? You remember in kindergarten though, we had those big giant, like thick red ones that you used to go with? Oh, those were the best. Anywho, so to transition, I was like, oh, pencils? Oh my gosh. And then I remembered back in the dark times of grade 9, embarrassing me and all the stupid shit I did. And the one story that mainly sticks out is the one where I tried to impress a girl and it was terrible. So let's get right into it. So for first semester grade 9, you had to take a tech course, which it was like a couple months of workshop where you had to like build a toolbox and doing all the stuff with like wood and whatever and like bending metals. And then the other 3.5 months was on the computer, like with Microsoft and Excel and all that awesome stuff. So I started off in the tech part, and there was this girl that like sat at the front that was like, I thought it was like super pretty, and she was like super smart too. And I sat at the back with a whole bunch of my friends. And it first started cutting off with me and 2 of my other friends. We were just kind of like talking to her and whatever, and we were all like joking about like what we would do to like be her girl. I don't know, it was really weird, like what we would do to like be her girlfriend. So I was like, oh, I would give you like $1 million if I had it. And then like my other friend, he's like, oh, well, I'll take you to Paris. And then he like drew a picture of them like on the Eiffel Tower in crayon. Like what the, like we're not in grade 2. I don't know, like we were so immature in grade 9, but anyways. And then at the end of like our real woodshop tech class, I actually ended up really liking her, but I was already dating, oh god, my grade 9 girlfriend. I was dating this girl in grade 9 for like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, like the half of the month of like October, right? It started, a semester started in September and it was like October, right? So there was this girl, I'll just tell you a quick story. There was this girl in my French class, and she knew one of my friends, and then like my friend kept bugging the shit out of me to like talk to her. I mean, I'm sure she was really nice, but I don't know, I just wasn't really into her. She was like really shy, and that's completely fine, but I just wasn't into her. I don't know. I wasn't into her when I was 14. But anyways, I finally actually started going to lunch with her, and then I asked her out. But I just felt so pressured into it, and it doesn't even matter. Anyways, I ended up breaking up with her. But the best part was, or not the best part. This comes back to the story. So this is how I broke up with my grade 9 girlfriend. I was like, oh, want to go to lunch. I didn't really talk to her for like a week. I know our relationship only lasted like 3 weeks, but I didn't talk to her for like the last week of our relationship. So I asked her out if she wanted to go to lunch, which is not even a big deal. I was like, yo, meet me in the caf, or we'll go to Subway or Subway or whatever. So I asked her to lunch, and then I remember just saying like, oh, meet me in the street, which we used to call, like, that was like the giant ass hallway in our high school. So I met her there, and I was like, this is what I said to her. This classic dumbass like relationship ending line. I was like, I really don't think it's worked. I was like so nice. I was like, I really, I won't say her name, but I was like, I don't think it's really working out between us. I think we should see other people. So I think we should break up. And then I don't know what I was thinking, or maybe I had to go somewhere. I just turned around and left. She didn't get a chance to react or even say anything. I felt kind of bad after, but she was like super upset. Like, we were dating for like 8 years, and I was gonna propose to her on Valentine's Day, and it comes full circle. So the first day of my new class, which was the business computers class, which was part of my tech class. So I broke up with her at lunch, and then it was like third period, I had to go to my class, and this is gonna be hard to say, but so we all sit down, and we have this brand new teacher to our school. She was great. I ended up having her every single year, but this was her first introduction to all this, like all Zach and how freaking retarded he is. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna impress this girl. So I broke up with my girlfriend, and I wanted to start dating her. So we were all sitting in our chairs, and we had to, like, she pointed to us, she's like, okay, say your name and then one interesting thing about you. So everyone was like, oh, my name's, Alex, and I like baseball. And then the other one's like, oh, I'm John, I like hockey. And, you wouldn't believe what I said. Like, I still can't believe it. I mean, it's good. I'm glad I did it now. I mean, I'm glad I did it then so I can laugh about it now. But I can't imagine anyone else doing this. So, in front of the whole class and my new teacher that I would have for 4 months. So she pointed to me, I'm like, hi, my name's Zach. And the girl I liked was sitting at the back of the room, so I'm like, hi, my name's Zach. Like, I said it really loud, and I turn around, I look at her like I say, and I think, I say her name, is really hot. You what? You said what? You said she's really hot? Like, what do you do? What? And everyone in the entire class just went silent. And then one of my best friends, he's like, what the? He's literally saying, grade 9, he's like, what the? And everyone started laughing. I was like, you idiot. And she was, I'm not gonna say she liked it, but she was blushing. Probably because she was really embarrassed, but the teacher was so pissed, like I shot her in the foot. And she's like, no, give me a real answer. And I had to like think on the spot, because I was like, remember when you were in school and, or in class or whatever, and you were reading like a book? I remember doing this. Like all the time when I was in elementary and high school. Like we're all, the class is reading a book, and then, it starts with one person and then it keeps going on because you read a sentence or a paragraph. So you kind of, you count all the people, right? And then you count in the book to see what paragraph you get, and then you fucking read it like 8 times so you know every single word. I don't know if that was just me, but I used to do that like every time we had to read something, I would read over like 8 times. Like I remember in Shakespeare when we read that in like, I don't know, grade 10, I like read over all of my lines. It was fun. The teacher was pissed at me. She's like, no, give me a real answer. So I had to think on the spot. I was just like, yeah, I like hockey. But I totally forgot about this until just now. The best part, which kind of like took the damper off me, or the limelight off me. My best friend, the very next person, because he was like sitting next to me, he's like, yeah, my name's, what, like, I won't say his name, but he's like, my name's this, and I like girls. Oh my god. And I said, I'm like, are you trying to defend yourself? Like, I was implying that, dude, you gay? Like, I don't know. I had a really bad sense of humor, but I think, yeah, the girl in the back. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and yeah.